Hillsong is a Pentecostal denomination that originated in Australia, with a chain of megachurches spread across the globe and a series of best-selling albums. The group has become an international empire. But there are some dark aspects to the megachurch that I'll be exploring coming up. Former window cleaner Brian Houston founded Hillsong in 1983. Through the use of strategic marketing and contemporary worship music, the congregation quickly grew from 45 members to 20,000. The church is very popular amongst the young. Hillsong's rapid growth led to chapters being formed across the world, including New York and Los Angeles. But concerns abound amongst conservative evangelicals as to Hillsong's fidelity to the gospel. Hillsong concerts crank out a rock and roll show on par with anything the world has to offer. They feature light and sound effects and heavy metal guitar riffs akin to a Katy Perry performance. Hillsong has produced more than 40 albums, which have sold over 11 million copies worldwide. But the soundness of the theology of many of these songs is suspect. These lyrics have nothing distinctively Christian to them. In fact, they could easily be less ambiguous, but contain serious doctrinal error. Nowhere do the scriptures teach that an unsatisfying solitude in heaven was the reason for the incarnation. In fact, redemption is first and foremost for the glorification of the triune God. The lead pastor of Hillsong, New York, is Carl Lentz.
Pastor Carl Lentz is not your mama's preacher. He's a leather jacket wearing, bike riding, buff hipster who rolls with music's A-list, celebrities and sports superstars. He even baptized Justin Bieber in an NBA player's bathtub.
How does your message differ? We heard Joel Osteen talk about sort of what he preaches, his philosophy. So what is your philosophy, Carl?
Well, first of all, I love Joel, and I'm thankful for men like him who have paved the way for younger guys like me to have an opportunity to do what we do. Joel is a pioneer, and his message of hope is similar to ours.
Joel Osteen is one of the leading proponents of the false prosperity gospel, and his therapeutic self-help doctrine is derived from the law of attraction teaching of Theosophy founder Elena Blavatsky.
But do you feel like, you know, you have a moral imperative to speak publicly about some of these more controversial issues?
No, because we try to be like Jesus. Very rarely did Jesus ever talk about morality or social issues.
Attentive to individual needs. That's interesting. Isn't that cool? That's why some churches want us to give blanket answers on huge issues. Well, my Bible says, be attentive to individual needs.
There is nothing in the text about attentive to individual needs. It's not there. It's made up. It's Joseph Smith type stuff.
Reveal who you are. Set the world right. Do what's best. As above, so below.
The doctrine of total depravity is the biblical teaching that men and women are incapable of pleasing God because their wills are enslaved to sin as a result of the fall. Only the transforming power of the Holy Spirit can change their hearts. In stark contrast, Hillsong's doctrinal statement says that Christ's life, death, and resurrection was to prove his victory and empower us for life. This man-centered approach is a recurring theme throughout Hillsong's global ministry empire. Hillsong's leaders focus primarily on the potential humans have to do great things and be great people. But man's chief end is to glorify God and to enjoy him forever. Overall, the message of Hillsong is very, very dangerous. I would strongly recommend that Christians stay as far away from the organization as possible.